What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate and I'm thankful for every single person that's here hanging out. We got Grimlock. Let's go, he says. Amanda, Nita. And if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, it's on the live show. On the live show right now, we have a couple of viewers. So if you're listening to the podcast only, feel free anytime to come over 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and see myself, Brandon, Toby, Logan, and just some amazing, amazing dudes and women and whatever else you identify as in the chat. And super excited to be here on Thanksgiving. Hopefully you have had a fantastic day. Hopefully you're not too full. If you fall asleep during the show, it's okay. As long as Brandon and Toby, they don't fall asleep. Because if they do, maybe we'll hit a little button or something and we'll wake them up. But either way, I'll hit you guys with a quick introduction. And we're going to be live for the Thanksgiving special. This is episode 112. It's confusing why it's 112, and I'll tell you why we skipped one, and we're going to go back to one right after the intro. Are you ready? Okay. Welcome back. And like I said, we're back. And as mentioned, backstage, because I forgot to bring him in during the introduction, is Brandon J. McDermott. And the one, the only, they call me Toby 2. And in Spanish, it's they call me a little Toby el Dulce, I think. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. What's up?
It's close. It's close. They call me the Duce.
Ooh, el Duce. I think that means something else.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Happy Thanksgiving or sad Thanksgiving. Either way, it's Thanksgiving and some people. And look at my dad's watching us and he says, "Hi, guys. What's up?" Yeah, hopefully everybody has had a decent day because a shitty day is a shitty day and that's not a good time. But I talked with Brandon backstage a little bit. He said he ate a bunch of food, had a nice little nap, and overall just a great day.
Yeah, it was a fantastic day. Just got done eating again right before we went on. As you can see, I'm clearing my teeth out. And Toby, I actually wanted to say something to you. I know you're a big hothead when it comes to hot sauce. I bought some of this at the Asian store, the Asian market that I was at in town. I love fried chili paste. I don't know if you've ever had it. You know, it's just basically the, chili oil, the chilies actually chopped up. And then they throw like peanuts and other stuff that's like nice and crunchy in there. Love putting it on rice, put it in eggs. I put this on Taco Bell, dude. This about turned me inside out. It was really good, but oh my Lord.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, that's spicy.
Anytime you see seeds in something, it's dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Big dangerous. So Nina says happy anniversary, Toby, to you and Angel XX.
Thank you.
Yes, so happy anniversary to you guys. That's awesome. There are peoples here. Yes, Grimlock. That's what happens when you show up to a live show. There's people here, and you can converse with them, and you can tell them all sorts of amazing things that you are potentially 3D printing. But yeah, it's Thanksgiving. Logan, I'm not sure if he remembered it's Thursday. You got to remember he's on a school schedule, and he doesn't have to go back to school till Monday. I haven't talked to him. I tried calling him a couple of times. Pretty sure he's good, but there's a chance he's not. So Logan, if you're watching, at least put a comment. Let us know that you're well. Or if anybody has seen him today, just let us know in the chat. But yeah, so this is episode 112. It should be 111, but I had an interview scheduled last weekend with Intruder Green from one of my favorite bands, Masked Intruder, and unfortunately he had surgery like the week before. Then he became very ill on Saturday, so we rescheduled. But I already had everything all laid out as episode 111, so we're going to keep it 111, and that's going to be this coming Saturday, the 20-something. What is the Saturday? The 27th, 3 p.m. So if anybody is interested into some music, into seeing somebody from one of my favorite bands, Masked Intruder, stop by. And that's enough of the self-promo stuff. But I just to avoid the confusion, because I had a comment earlier that somebody said, you missed an episode. What are you, dumb? You can't count? Well, I mean...
No, that's it. That's the Error 404 podcast. We screw that up all the time.
And it happens. And I'm very thankful that we're into the 100s of the episodes. And sometimes it does get confusing. Like Talking Beards, they have a different podcast number with a live number, and they even get confusing. They're super professional. And if anybody is watching the Talking Beards Network, happy Thanksgiving to you guys as well. I know Aaron and Natalie are on the road, and just so many amazing people. I'm really thankful for all you guys. But I wanted to go on a little bit of a rant, and I feel like this is going to be cheap entertainment, and I feel like everybody's been in this situation. So I was really low on gas, and I had to drive to dinner, which was about an hour one way. I need to get gas. So I pull up to the gas station. Not a big deal. There's a lot of people there. They're waiting. No big deal. But then I wait and I wait. And I'm 3 back. There's 2 pumps that are 3 people back. Nobody's pumping gas on 50% of the pumps. So I'm like, all right, what's going on here? Maybe they went in just real quick, wasn't busy. Grab a soda, I don't know, probably a scratch off, knowing, most people maybe grabbing some beer. I'm okay with it. But then I wait and then I wait and then I wait. And then all of a sudden I kind of look over and there are 3 dudes sitting in the back of a pickup truck talking. And I'm kind of looking. So finally I get out. I was like, hey, any of you guys own those trucks over there that are kind of holding up all of the gas? Oh, yeah, that one's mine. That one over there is blah, blah, blah. Yeah, any chance when you guys, get a minute, maybe you can move your trucks because, we kind of like to, get going. And they were just like, yeah, just give us a couple more minutes. I was like, no, you're going to fucking move these trucks now because now I'm a little pissed off. Like, just move the fucking trucks. Can you not see that there are 6 vehicles waiting to get gas? And you clearly don't care. And they were just like, oh, yeah, sorry. We're going to go ahead and move those vehicles. I was pissed.
That shit irks the hell out of me. There's a gas station right down the street for me. There's a couple of people that come in and they do the same thing. Like these are older guys. They're all retired and they park their cars at the pumps and then they go inside and sit down at the tables in there and they just sit in there all day having a conversation with each other. I'm like, hey man, I need you to move your truck. They're like, why? I was like, well, there's lines of cars at every pump and I know you're not pumping. And I think I'm the only one that knows for a fact that that's your truck. So if you could move that so I could get on to work,
yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah. I've always been a firm believer in, being aware of your surroundings, but it took me moving from a big town to a small town. I live in a town of about 8,000 now, where it hit me to not just be aware of your surroundings, but be aware of what you're doing and how what you're doing is affecting other people. And you got to just, I mean, just you thinking you're parking somewhere is not affecting anybody. Obviously it is. And, who knows? You could have been in a hurry, had to get to the emergency room, had to go pick up your kid, had to do this or that. So, yeah.
Maybe you had to poop. But either way, it's like, just have some common sense. Move along. Yeah, just, just like, just move it along. But either way, I was pretty pissed. But then, so this all happens. And then somebody pulls up in a truck, 2 back. So they're the next one in line. They get out of their truck. They go into the store. Other truck pulls up. They come out with a blue Gatorade, respect the choice on the Gatorade, but they were just waiting there to hold their place in line. So then they held up even more people to get in and then pull up to the gas pump. Like,
nope.
I mean, come on. What are people? I guess maybe we can blame a pandemic where people were held up inside a little too long and they lost some common sense. But I feel like that was just,
it's ridiculous, man. I mean, it's completely inappropriate behavior.
Yeah. So either way, that was my rant, and I'm glad I'm not alone with it, how it annoys every single person. But so does that. Another thing that annoys me while we're going on rants, I guess, is when you go into a gas station or a convenience store or something, and then you have all the people that are holding up the line scratching the scratch-offs. I don't know if that annoys you guys, but that annoys me. Where they
look at the lovebirds.
What do you think they're saying? They're saying, I love this show. And she's like, I love your beard, Toby. Can I have a kiss? I want to kiss your beard before you shave it off, and because you're gonna go be in a movie again. And he's like, yeah.
She said she has to go to work,
and
she loves me, but she's got to go.
And then after the first kiss, she said, "Was that cranberry sauce?"
Oh, we hate that, and we had to have our Thanksgiving dinner yesterday because she's got to go to work tonight. So Anniversary and Thanksgiving both ruined thanks to retail consumerism. Thank you for all of you that go out Black Friday shopping. I fucking hate you the most.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And a lot of the big chains have said that they weren't gonna do a lot of the Black Friday stuff this year because of this and that. I think it's because, and I spoke about it with my dad and my mom earlier this morning, how I think it's products that they just can't get in. And if they did Black Fridays like at the Walmarts and stuff like that with the shelving already low, they probably wouldn't have it. In
my opinion, the president of the United States needs to make an executive order that states that no retail services will be available or sales available on national holidays, and that all sales must be conducted as online business for those days. That allows all retail employees to be able to stay home and be with their families during the holidays, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Memorial Day. There's nothing that pisses me off more than a Memorial Day sale, but Christmas, like Christmas is the one that they recognize because it's religious. But I mean, why can't we give that same amount of respect, to families during every holiday?
I agree with you. 100%.
If it's a national holiday, it should be recognized by all retail stores, and they should shut down and allow their employees to be home with their families and conduct all their sales online.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And not to mention the people that are leaving the family just to go out and try to get some of these deals as well. It's a lose-lose. I think we agree on that, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But when Toby is going to be president in 20, whatever the next one is, that's going to be something that he's going to work on, and I support you, Toby. Yep.
We figured out if we get my wife to purchase some land up in Alaska and get her an Alaskan residency, because land it's easiest to purchase land up in Alaska. There's plenty of it to go around that you can still purchase for really cheap.
Yeah,
but she can get land. She can get herself a residency up there, and as long as she's a resident of a different state, her and I can run for president and vice president together.
Oh, there we go. And we have a new place to visit, Toby, in Alaska. I'm going to visit when the sun is up and not down for like half the year, because I feel like
that'll be the new White House location.
Oh, interesting. All right, I'm in. And we already know that the pictures and the photo opportunities for the marketing is going to be extra spicy and extra good. So it's going to be a good combination.
Well, if you need a guy to do your commercials.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we know the voice. We have the team. So you heard it here first. Breaking news 2024. Vote for Toby. And
Matt will run the first presidential weekly podcast.
Yep. We'll have the podcast, and we'll do the debate right here on the Beard Laws channel. It's going to be great. And, we're not a political show, so obviously we are kidding about this. So, don't try to, whatever the cool kids do, cancel culture, because we're talking politics. We're having fun with it, because this is a Thanksgiving Day special. And I don't know, are you guys into the what is it, the Macy's Day balloon parade? Did anybody watch that?
I'm not going to lie to you. I like the parades. I really do. I find them relaxing. It's nice to see people all together and having a good time, especially nowadays. It was something that I was able to tune in today for a little bit and just kind of chill out and go, oh, look, there are still happy people. I mean, I'm not one of them, but I mean, there's still happy people out there.
Yeah. That's first of all, I want to say, Jessica, great suggestion. We do have Logan. We discussed this last week. I want to piggyback off the question that Matt said about the Macy's Day Parade, and I am all for it. Just can't do it quite until I'm eligible for AARP, and that's about 20 years out. So yeah, no.
Wow. No, it was a cool thing, and what I thought was cool, the kiddo wanted to watch it. They did a cool little project, so we had it on the TV this morning. But my brain says, you know what? There had to be some really bad balloon incidents that has happened throughout the years. So
there had to
went to the Googles, and the Google says, "Hey, we got this." And of all places, it was an article from CNN, the most infamous balloon mishaps from the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. Yep. And apparently there was one, and they kind of started off with all the most balloon incidents. They're a little humorous, but apparently there's been a couple where people actually got like really, really hurt from them, which was pretty crazy, because I mean, obviously some of them were happened before any of us were born, even Toby. And 1927, Felix is released
before I was born.
Was released to the Giant Cat Motel in the Sky. So imagine you're at the parade in 1927. There's no TV, no Disney World, and the Empire State Building wouldn't be constructed for another few years. So seeing the parade's first balloon, a giant and not tall at all, Spooky Felix the cat, and everything was going swimmingly until it came to deflate this thing. And apparently everyone got so caught up in getting the cat in the air, they hadn't really given a thought to, how are they going to get this thing flat again? So apparently they just let it go. Just like a birthday boot. Yeah, in 1927, they didn't know what to do with this thing. They just let this huge balloon go. Yep. Then it apparently got up.
Landed on your land. How much, and you kept it? Like how much money you could make from that right now?
Yeah, I don't know what ended up happening. They said apparently just got high enough and popped like a normal balloon, which I guess is there. Don't know where it ended, but yeah, that was a good thing. So then in 1956, there was a Mighty Mouse balloon that deflated during the parade. So it says 1956. Oh, how the Mighty Mouse has fallen. So even more, the routine balloon deflation always carried a bit of a dramatic zeal. Take the fall of the Mighty Mouse balloon in 56. It was a tale of its time, I guess. I don't know. It must have been a big thing. The balloon ended up getting street signs, and it ended up just popping, deflating, and Mighty Mouse went down. But apparently, in 1957, Popeye, apparently, it reads, Popeye hates you. Popeye the Sailor Man has always been known for his coarse manner. True to form, in 1957, the Popeye balloon had all that it could do to stand and couldn't stand no more. As a chilly rain blanketed the city, it collected the top of all the water collected on top of Popeye's iconic sailor cap. One tight turn was all it took. It tipped and dumped gallons of water on spectators. Just cold ice water, kind of like the ice bucket challenge that was, I guess, apparently
the
cool.
original. Was that?
Yeah.
Was Lou Gehrig already retired by then?
57. What do you think, Logan? Oh wait, you're not here, and you're the baseball guy.
No, that happened after, I think, Gehrig.
Yes. Mighty Mouse didn't save the day on that day. Yes.
Poor Penelope.
Grimlock says you can get your AARP at 18.
This is true.
So there you go, Brandon. You learn something new every day. Kermit the Frog is scarred for life. So apparently in 1985, the frog crashed into some trees, managed to survive, but went through the rest of the parade looking super creepy and deflated. But then apparently in 91, they brought Kermit back, and it lost another encounter with a tree, which left his head deflated in a very unfestive way. The balloon was never the same and retired shortly after. So they apparently said, hey, let's bring him back. So they brought a new version in 2002, did some journey work for the parade, retiring after just 2 years, and then returned back again in 2007 and just kept hitting trees, apparently. I mean, we're in the early 2000s. You'd think they'd have it figured out. But apparently the worst one was in 97. And it was Barney the dinosaur. And
I remember this one.
Yeah, apparently there was super high winds, and it caused apparently it's showing Barney, but it's the Cat in the Hat, because it says high winds caused the Cat in the Hat balloon to strike a lamppost. Part of the post came down crashing on the head of a bystander. And apparently the woman suffered serious injuries and was in a coma for a month. So on high alert, police at the parade reined it in, stabbed and stomped down the Barney and Pink Panther balloons to make sure that they couldn't do any damage and hurt anybody else. The incident caused parade officials to change requirements for balloons, banning the super large and unwildly ones. It also gave a wake-up call to everyone about the wind.
Just think about how great it must have felt to stab Barney over and over again. Childhood dream come true, man. Like,
yes.
The other one is, I guess we got to answer what kind of, the age-old question: what kind of frog exactly is Kermit? He's a tree frog.
I saw a picture of that Kermit one. It's pretty depressing, no pun intended. But it just looks like Miss Piggy sat on his face
for far too long. There was just tree remnants. It was deflated, just like his soul after he realized what he's been doing wrong with Miss Piggy and the strings. But yeah, either way, those were some terrible incidents. Left a bystander, so I guess just like if you're at a baseball game, just be on guard just in case a balloon goes crazy. Keep yourself safe. But to a more lightning point, like Toby said, it was just kind of good to see the happiness, people back in the streets, the parade back on, and it's just leave it to the Cat in the Hat.
That crazy cat.
The kids still do. Not sure what that is. I forgot what I saw, but apparently they still do. And just a quick reminder that tomorrow is Brown Friday. We talked about it on the show last week, where it's going to be the busiest day for plumbers, roto-rooters. Hopefully you listen to our tips and you do not need to call a plumber, because they're super busy and plumbing parts are pretty hard to get. Yeah, what's up, Toby?
We got the septic guy coming tomorrow.
Do you really?
We do.
Oh, no.
Well, the biggest reason is, so my son's toilet, like the handle, I guess he left the toilet lid up when he flushed, and then the handle didn't depress all the way, like it didn't go all the way back up.
Yep.
So it ran all night, backed up the septic system, and flooded half of my house. So we got up in the morning. It was chaos here for like 48 hours. It took me to dry everything out and dry out the floor. I had to go underneath and make sure that, the water damage wasn't real bad. And
Water damage, huh?
And then we got just a hellacious downpour of rain for 2 straight days after that. And the septic tank just will not recover. So we finally were like, well, we can't call them tomorrow because that's Thanksgiving. So she got a hold of them today because we have their personal number. I mean, we've been using these guys since like 2006. And he's like, hey, it's not a problem. I have to do an inspection tomorrow, but after that, I'll swing by and I'll drain it for you. I was like, I am so sorry. I said, we were just talking about this on my podcast a week ago. It's called Brown Friday. He goes, oh yeah, man, it's horrible. He goes, I'm going to be busy all day tomorrow. I was like, I am so sorry. I'm adding to that, but this is the most ironic thing I think that's ever happened to me.
Oh man.
Busiest day of the year for a septic tank guy, plumber. And, he probably looked at his list when you called him and was like, Toby, looks like I can barely fit you in, which is probably not the first time you've heard that.
Only once.
Only one.
That's when I was trying to sign up for the Navy.
Either way, that's not good. A broken toilet is not a good situation, whether it's in Toby's house or anywhere else. But picture this. How about a broken toilet on SpaceX? Because that happened. There is a broken toilet, on SpaceX. So that means that astronauts, they're going to return to Earth in diapers. Yeah, this is an article by NPR.org. The journey back to Earth from space is never easy, but the astronauts aboard the SpaceX capsule coming home Monday will have an extra challenge to deal with. No working toilet. The 4 members of the SpaceX crew Dragon Endeavour will be wearing diapers as they splash down in order to prevent anything else from splashing too.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's the backup.
Yeah, that's
man. The backup is Depends.
We can send
SpaceX brought to you by Depends Diapers.
We can send people to space. We can send people to the far reaches of the galaxy, but the backup for a toilet breaking is diapers.
Yeah, I don't get that, but so this is even more, I guess, ironic. But the crew for the mission is known as Crew 2. They have been at the International Space Crew. They're Crew 2.
Oh.
Which, 2. They've been at the International Space Station since April and have spent nearly 200 days in space. And apparently the one guy says it's been a very, very intense mission. A lot of things have happened, said Expedition Commander and French astronaut Thomas Pesquet. Probably said it wrong. And but they conducted a series of spacewalks. They installed solar panels to upgrade the station's power grid, grew the first green chili peppers in space. They even made tacos and even hosted a private Russian film crew.
You can't make this up. So they grew the first green chili peppers, ate them, realized the toilet was broken, had to put on the diapers, and then realized, we got to go home.
Yeah. In that order.
Right.
Yes.
So my question is how they obviously prepared for a broken toilet. How many diapers do they actually send with them? And what did they do with all the old ones? I mean, could you imagine having to be in that stink room?
Well, they've got to have just like a giant diaper genie.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they just throw them in space? Like, is there space police that are going to give them tickets for littering and just having human shit floating?
How would you like to get fully geared up to be the guy that tosses a dirty diaper out into space?
I mean, it's probably not bad. And you know what I mean? It's better than just having shit. Like if you have taco diarrhea in space, it's just going to float all around. Like you think you could catch it and just...
Right. And to Amanda's point here with the rash cream, do you think you got a partner up there? You find somebody you really trust where you guys are applying each other's? Because it's tough to do your own rash cream. I'm not going to lie. You can't really.
I don't trust anybody that much. Not even my own wife.
Well, for us bigger guys, you have to.
I think all you do in space is you just kind of shoot it in the air and then you just float and let it just kind of land on you.
Clap the cheeks between the rash cream.
Yeah, and just I don't. Maybe we could try to get NASA astronaut Megan MacArthur and try to get in there because she's the one that confirmed the toilets on board Dragon Endeavour are broken. And she said, of course, that's suboptimal, but we are prepared to manage. She said with a smile. Space flight is full of lots of little challenges, and this is just one more that they're going to encounter and take care of in our mission. So, yeah, an alarm went off on SpaceX's all-tourist flight earlier this year, signaling a problem with the onboard waste management system. Bill,
so they
with a
knew
name
about
that I can't pronounce, the vice president of SpaceX later said in a press conference that the spacecraft's urine storage system had become disconnected in flight, allowing pooled urine to enter a fan system. It didn't cause any major problems in that flight, but R. Kelly apparently recently is signing up for space.
There it is. I knew there had to have been an R. Kelly joke coming.
Yeah. Yeah, so apparently a similar problem was then found on Crew 2's capsule, which is why it had been taken offline for the journey home. Yes, they did extensive tests to make sure that the urine leak from April, when the crew last was in the Dragon capsule, would not have harmed the spacecraft over time. Yikes. So there we go. If you think you're having a shitty day, just imagine yourself with the SpaceX mission Crew 2, all with shit in their diapers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the real meaning of clapping cheeks, Brandon.
You got to have a friend squeeze the cream out, and then you're like, all right, I got it. As you're floating through the air, trying to just catch it right.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my stomach down, man.
Sorry.
All right.
Could you imagine you're the first people to grow green chilies or any kind of chilies, I'm guessing, in space. And you're getting to eat these amazing things. It's Taco Tuesday. Things are great. You've got the MREs. They're probably terrible, taco meat or something. Throw the green chilies in there, make it all good. Eating the tacos, it's all great. Urine system's down. Can't go to the toilet. You're going to have to, no more loo for you. You're going to have to use these diapers. No, well.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that some of the smartest, they're smart people. They're in space, and man, they gotta come down in diapers. That's pretty that's a tough break.
How do you respect somebody coming from space and you know they're wearing a diaper?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
the fact that they went into space and you didn't, I think that deserves the respect on its own.
Touche, but I also don't have never mind. All right.
I feel like if I'm gonna go and get the press credentials to be able to see them, hang out with them, I'm gonna show up in a diaper too, out of respect. Just a diaper. No, you guys wouldn't do that.
No.
Okay,
fair enough. Let's move on to something. It has nothing to do with space, and just something that is a little bit of some weird news. And it's also by NPR. I'm just gonna read the headline: 3 dead, hundreds injured after storms roused scorpions in Egypt. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about this, but apparently there have been some pretty wild storms that were in the Egypt's western desert near Dakhla in the New Valley. And apparently the storms were so wild that it actually kind of disturbed all the sleeping patterns in the resting spots for scorpions, the very deadly venomous scorpion. So apparently 3 people are dead, hundreds are injured after they just started coming out of their hiding places, and now they're just roaming the streets because they're not really sure where to go. And that sounds like a goddamn nightmare.
The Rock is coming.
Yeah. 3 died from the scorpion stings. 450 people have been injured by the stings. And anytime I see BBC News reporting, it makes me giggle inside because apparently I'm a child. But yeah, it's I just couldn't imagine, what would you do if you're just kind of gradually going down the streets of Egypt and there's just scorpions everywhere?
Well, now I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was a while. When I say a while, I mean 25, 30 years or more ago. There was an outbreak of black emperor scorpions in the streets of the UK. They were all over Europe. It was like having a rat infestation. There were so many of them. Now, mind you, you don't have to worry about those. You could get stung by one of those, and it's like being stung by a bee. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I can't imagine you're going through and just all of a sudden hundreds of scorpions, these little white, and the worst part is the smaller and the clearer the scorpion is, the worse it's going to be for your day.
This is apparently the Egyptian fat-tailed scorpion, a species found throughout northern Africa, and apparently is one of the deadliest in the world.
Can we get an image?
Yeah, we can.
Let's see how accurate I am here.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's do that. So apparently they're asking everybody to stay in their homes. They've even closed traffic to a lot of people. Let's see. Is this it? Arabian? No, we want the Egyptian fat-tailed scorpion. I don't know. This looks like one. Yeah, here we go. Let's share a screen. Subscribe. I can't open it right now because I have an ad blocker. So bear with me here. You would have think. I know. Come on. Insider.com. Fucking.
It's Thanksgiving, ad blocker. Come on.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So we're going to share the screen and show you guys this deadly.
See? Just like I was saying. Look at that. Look at it. You see how small and clear that thing is?
Mm-hmm.
Like the more clear these things are, the more dangerous they're going to be for your day.
That's just
and I guarantee that thing is just tiny. I guarantee that thing is like this big.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
It's unreal. 450 people. Thankfully, I guess in that regards, out of 453 passed, but unreal. But yeah, so if you're over in Egypt watching this show, we appreciate you and stay safe from all of the crazy scorpions. Here's another picture. Yeah, that thing is very clear, like you said.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good size, like unless that's a really small rock.
I'd be willing to bet that's not a very large rock.
I don't want to mess with it. I want nothing to do with that.
We used to, the wife and I used to own emperor scorpions. We had like 10 of them. Yeah, we had 10 of them. They were awesome. You could put them in your hand and they would just chill out.
You guys get a lot of scorpions down south?
No.
Yeah, we don't get much up here in Iowa.
No, I could imagine.
You get the brown recluse spiders and
you just got to watch out for those poisonous ducks and those cobra chickens.
So where was another? Oh, so we had another one. So speaking of, so they're closing the highways and everything in Egypt because of the scorpions. Well, a California highway had to close down for a much different reason because traffic came to a stop in California Interstate 5 Friday morning after an armored car happened to spill cash across the freeway.
I saw a couple of videos on that where people were going around and just scooping it up and jumping back in their cars and trying to drive off. And
yeah, and apparently there was mostly 1s and 20s, and it just littered the street. And the California Highway Patrol warning people that seize the money to return it. And apparently there are videos, pictures, and just stuff everywhere. I mean, even on ABC 13 Houston's Twitter, they posted a picture of 2 people that were just pumped. And now they have been arrested, and more arrests are coming. The FBI is getting involved, telling people, hey, turn this in. Some people did. They went out other way because traffic was already closed, picked up a bunch of money, gave it back.
Yeah, there was a couple of videos on like TikTok that were that exact video that they just showed. I guarantee that they got that from that TikTok video.
Oh, probably. I just couldn't imagine. You're thinking, hey, this is my lucky day. Look at all this free monies.
I'd be like, hey, look, it's a perfect day for me to put my COVID mask on and fucking
that was a thing in California of all places. Yeah, there's nobody wearing a mask. And like you said, all you gotta do is wear a mask but they also said that there was lots of videos, and apparently it's really easy to track you with a license plate, and your vehicle had those.
Weird, right?
Yeah, weird. Yeah.
Here's my question. I've always thought of this, and I'm sure it exists, but if it doesn't, somebody better not steal my idea. Why hasn't somebody created a system in your car to where you hit a button and it covers your license plates?
They have one.
I was about to say,
there is one. It's 100% illegal. But
I'm sure it is.
But it absolutely exists. Yeah, it's almost like a little roller.
Yeah.
Thing that gets installed directly above your license plate, and then your license plate actually goes into this like license plate holder, which has got this on top of it, and it can be wired into your car to a switch or a button. And when you flip the switch, the roller on the inside, it just slowly comes down like a those if you go to a baseball park or something like that and they got those steel gates that go up and down at the concessions, it's just like that, where it just kind of comes down, goes and covers it up.
Reminds me of the Batmobile from Batman Returns.
And press the button or where it just slides down, goes
Like the entire Batmobile was covered like with armor. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Apparently the highway was closed for 2
That was
hours.
the original Batman.
The number 2 with Keaton. Yeah.
No, I thought that was the first one.
It certainly may have been. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I apologize. You got to understand that came out when I was Toby Not to Date You when I was 3 years old. The first one.
Okay, you know what,
Second
man?
one-
Listen, I don't need to be called out like this.
I don't need this shit. Flips the computer over.
Man, I was in 8th grade, man. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I remember wearing my brand new Batman shirt to school.
Batman. Interesting. Yeah, no, that's a good idea, I guess. So if you have one of those, just don't tell us because they're very, very illegal. Yep, not today. Not today. Another article, thanks to Brandon, sent it over here. dailystar.co.uk. Apparently, who is this? Reese Witherspoon? Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon?
Witherspoon
You
cracks
don't know
down.
who Reese Witherspoon is?
Well, I didn't see the picture. It just said Witherspoons. So I didn't know if it was going to be Weatherspoons, and there was like something I didn't know about spoons that were made for certain weather occasions. I don't know.
Yes, Brandon's sending you an article about Weatherspoons.
I do. Snow spoons.
I don't try to pre-read them because like I think it's cool. Like if you're hearing the article for the first time, I should too. So we kind of get like this reaction of it. And yeah, so Weatherspoon cracks down on beer garden sex acts as chain bans Randy punters. That's what the headline says. And again, this is dailystar.co.uk. And so Charlie Malone. Does anybody know who that is?
No.
Okay. James Haney. I don't know that person either. And Sophie Fitzgerald were banned for life from all Weatherspoons pubs and were charged by the police after the alleged incident in Scotland. So, okay, all right. Things are getting a little spicy. A raunchy trio who were caught on CCTV engaging in steamy sex acts in a Witherspoons pub have been barred for life after punters were left fuming. I'm not sure what the punters are. Like I'm thinking football. Like there was a bunch of football punters.
That's all I think of. And Matt, I am going to tell you, I'm sorry. I did find an article 2 days ago that I meant to send you, and I forgot, but I did just send it to you now. I think you'll find it interesting.
Hell yeah. We'll definitely pull that up. What's up, Joe? What's up, Lalita? That's how I say it. I know it's wrong. I'm sorry. How do you guys say it?
Lalette?
Oh, I think mine sounds cooler.
So I'm reading this online. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but you know how clients in the United States are called Johns? In the UK, they're called punters.
Oh, okay. So
clients. Yes, they're clients. I think the Witherspoons is just a chain of pubs up there.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know. Like, so I'm looking at this picture and it kind of looks like Reese Witherspoon, right?
That's just a random stock photo they got. Yeah,
that's what it was.
What's funny is all these silly stories come from this small little island or island nations of Great Britain. All the craziest stuff comes from up there. It's nuts. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're getting down in the UK. And so let's continue with this. So Toby, while you were gone, Brandon did some research. Punters is kind of like clients or customers at places. That's what they call them in Britain. They call them punters. So that's good investigation work. And Witherspoons is a chain restaurant over there. It has nothing to do with Reese.
Yeah, I got my speakers nice and loud so I can hear you guys whenever I have to stand up and grab a beer.
Fair enough. So we have 3 people that are doing engaging steamy acts, which there's a link to it. I'm going to click it.
We're going to share the screen. This is a video.
Nothing good comes from the link. So we're going to talk about the story. So you have Charlie Malone, who's 28. You have James Haney, 33, stud probably, and Sophie Fitzgerald, 24 or 25. Left pubgoers horrified when they were spotted at the James Watt pub in Greenock. Put an extra letter in there. It could have really spiced up this story. This was in Scotland. And apparently Fitzgerald mimicked a sex act on Malone before Haney and Fitzgerald removed their lower clothing, the Daily Report records show. The outrageous antics continued as Fitzgerald then straddled Haney's lap while facing away from him. Okay, you guys got the visual on this?
Hey, I know that one.
Well,
Yep. We've all been there. Again, I know you're barred, James, but we're proud of you here on the Beard Law Show. So then apparently a horrified customer stumbled upon the trio in the pub's beer garden in July and reported it to management. Why this is making news right now? This was months ago, but so they were escorted from the premise by the duty manager before Malone stood at the door and shouted abuse at the staff. I think the abuse is probably not necessarily like you guys got caught having a three-way doing some stuff in a beer garden. You know, apparently they weren't recording it like in the church or anything. But yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
Have you, either of you two, in your younger, more naive days, ever engaged in anything like that in a public situation or setting?
no.
On
In a
the
beer
record?
garden in Scotland? No, I've never done anything in Scotland.
I believe it or not, I really don't act out much in public unless I'm with, my family, and it's just to embarrass them.
Man, there are some. So the one thing, clickbait is like a real thing because there's some articles that happen off this article that are fucking weird. Like apparently a porn star over there wears X-rated Xmas jumper, and they have sold so many of them. They were from the brand. We're just gonna go with Corn Stub, the brand that rhymes with corn stub. It wasn't an actual corn stub, but that
they
brand.
have their own clothing.
They have some Xmas jumpers, very revealing.
I need to find this. I have an OnlyFans I have to maintain here for
Exactly. So this one, I mean, I'll click the article and see if there is a link for it. We're not going to show the pictures on here because they're there. They're nice. It's a nice ugly sweater style. If I had to describe it, this one is white and it's got some candy canes awkwardly put there. It says "Kiss Me" on it, and yeah. So this person put them on there, and they were on the Instagram. The actress, I guess, is Asa Akira, and apparently there is going to be links on Instagram. And if not, I'm sure you could hit the Googles, find whatever it is. But yeah, there's a couple of different ones. They look nice. There's one that's a bright pattern. She has matching socks and a jumper. It's nice looking. It's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, very festive. And then the other one, the strip, a mom left daughter 3 years old in a car as she stripped at the club.
Of course.
And then it got worse because apparently then beat somebody. I'm hoping it wasn't the 3-year-old with a hairdryer. Not a very pleasant looking person, and that's just a messed up headline. So I don't know what you guys got going on over in the UK, but there are some there's somebody from the UK.
Yeah,
so we have answers.
Nita's from the UK. Yeah.
Never seen anything like that. Does love Weatherspoons. Whether the spoon, the knife, or the fork is in there. Joe just wanted to pop in for a minute and show some love. Yeah. He's got to be a good host now. So go back to hosting. So he was pooping, and he just decided to come in and say hello. So we appreciate you, Joe. Yeah, so I can say the name however I want. That's cool because I'm terrible with names. So Toby sent a article that
let me just preface this article with this. Bitches be crazy. You'll understand.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's funny that picture was in one of the articles. I thought it was just clickbait. I think there was a picture of Madonna, and she wasn't wearing much, and it looked like she was pretending or something to be stuck under the bed.
Yeah.
And
meanwhile,
my
wife just lost an appeal for a photo of her completely covered up as sexual activity and nudity.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So
gotta love not being a celebrity.
TimesNowNews.com. Woman who married herself is now going to divorce herself after 3 months as she's met somebody else. Oh, guess what? You'll never guess what kind of model. Yep, this person's a model. Guess where they're from? Brazil. Just like that dude who married 9 women. He was a model from Brazil. 31-year-old model from Brazil who married herself is divorcing after 3 months as she has met somebody else. She said that she was happy while her marriage to herself lasted. Rumor has it that with the shortage of COVID, that the batteries in her house were on low demand and she couldn't afford them. That's not in there, but that's what I'm thinking. Chris Galera was tired of relying on men and decided to marry herself in September. 31-year-old model was embracing being alone and was not disappointed. It was in quotes, disappointed. We all know what that means to not have a groom. However, it seems that she had enough after being a wife to herself for just 90 days. She's from Brazil, and that she started to fall in love after meeting someone special. Again, that's in quotes. I was happy while it lasted, she said to the Daily Star, and then started to believe in love the moment I met someone special.
Meaning someone with a...
Yes, so yeah, she felt happy on her wedding day. She received a lot of hate and comments from trolls, apparently. And she said at the time she was paying no attention to them, that she decided she would no longer read the hate comments. People's opinion will not change what I think or anything to it. And yeah, there was another woman who apparently broke off the engagement to marry herself, got married to the original fiance just 4 years later.
Oh, just only left him hanging for 4 years after leaving him?
4 years.
Yeah.
I blame him.
And he's dumb enough to take her back too, I bet.
Yep. On the original lady,
great marriage.
Oh yeah, the original lady. I just want to congratulate her on the 90 days. I don't think any of us could have made it a week.
Yeah, there's 3 related news articles. Bored for waiting for Mr. Right. 40-year-old Italian woman married herself. Woman breaks off engagement, marries herself instead. Woman who once broke off her engagement to marry herself ties the knot with the original fiance. The fuck is going on over there, Nita?
Man,
What's her name?
Narcissa?
She was very into herself. Facts. So yes,
I don't can you find an article where a guy marries himself? Can you find it? I bet you can't, but I bet you can find a good 15 articles of women that married themselves.
man marries himself after the fiance breaks up with him.
What?
Yes. Yeah, right here in 2000, November 7th, 2020. Guess where this guy's from?
Brazil.
Fucking Brazil. You can't make this shit up.
Is that like the only place? Like, I don't even think you could get married to yourself in the United States.
Yeah, a man in Brazil has married himself
to marry themselves.
Yeah, in an elaborate ceremony after his fiance broke up with him, according to local reports. And this is an article by ndtv.com. Doctors, he's a doctor too. Diago Rabello and Vitor Bueno, that means good, got engaged in November last year, and he set the wedding date for last month. Again, this was last year. However, in July, Miss Bueno, Miss Good, that's a cool name, decided to call off the relationship after a series of arguments over the summer. And yeah, 33-year-old decided to just marry himself.
So here's a question. I wonder if this is the situation when it comes to this guy's situation, right? Like, he's engaged, right? They're going to get married. Fiance breaks it off. But what if they've already paid for everything and it's non-refundable? And he's just like, you know what? Screw it, man. I'm just going to, fine. You don't want to marry me? I've already paid for it. Might as well use it. I'm just going to marry myself now.
He did already pay for it. Guess how much their wedding that he already paid?
$450,000.
That's wild. It's much lower, but that's a good guess. He was a doctor. $61,000.
Oh shit! Fuck.
That's why I keep telling my kid, man, you're justice of the piecing this. Like, I'm not doing reception. Reception will be held here, and I already have a stage. It'll be the next Toby's Army meetup. There it is. Bam. Reception done.
Yeah, there comes a, I don't know. So he just went on and on. He had the bouquet. He seemed
a woman married to a what?
Yeah, so right there, that's what I want to talk about. Over there, apparently a woman married a pirate ghost. Did he have a beard? Bet you did. We got to look that up. Woman marries pirate ghost.
Wait, Brandon, what are you?
Need to know more about.
What?
Yeah, I sent a couple on the pirate chat. Pirate chat. In the private in the private chat too. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so yeah, apparently Amanda Large Teague was meditating the first time, and she met the ghost of a 300-year-old Haitian pirate. She thought he was rude to interrupt her solitude. She told him to leave, then he showed up again. Third time he visited. Then she decided to talk with him. After she communicated with the ghost for several months, Teague said she became convinced he was Jack Teague, who later claimed had inspired the character of Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of Caribbean movie.
Oh,
She
my God.
believes, and it just kept going and going and going. Yeah, I don't know what she's on, or what. I guess they call it spirituality. It just sounds like. I mean, she looks crazy. Does she not look like a little crazy?
I mean,
I mean,
she doesn't not look crazy. Brandon's all close here. Oh, yeah, she does.
look at. I'm not going to read this one out loud, but look at the most read article title next to that.
The best person to rape is your wife, says Bronx pastor. What? Why would?
Yeah,
That's the Washington Post.
Why does
that
that
is
not
the
say
WashingtonPost.com.
Why does that not just say the best person to rape is your wife, says ex-pastor?
It's literally the plot twist of the TMC classic, The Ghost. And yeah,
And Mrs. Muir.
Did a woman marry a tree over here?
What?
Oh,
No,
and then
Brandon's
there's
got some pretty interesting ones.
a guy that married a gator. Okay, so we got some. Well, let's move on for this. So, all right, what do we got here? Brandon is doing research on the fly. Meet the woman who married a roller coaster called Bruce. Their relationship has its ups and downs. This is from the mirror.co.uk. Yes. Meet the
UK.
Yes. Every relationship has its ups and downs, but no more than Linda's, because she's married to a 70-ton roller coaster called Bruce. Linda, 56, first fell in love with the 70-foot tall Bruce 26 years ago when she worked at the carnival where the ride was based. Yeah, she apparently rekindled the romance after previous relationships with the locomotive and an airplane. She is a self-proclaimed objectum sexual, which means she has romantic feelings for an inanimate object. Well, hopefully they don't try to go to a beer garden and do some weird stuff, because they're going to get banned for life.
She's like,
she spends her nights sleeping on Bruce
in Arizona.
Jesus, she sleeps on the roller coaster.
What? Like, is she still married to this thing?
This, we're getting through there, and London is full of bricks, she says. The House of Parliament, Big Ben, the roads, brick is everywhere. I'm having this constant reminder of brick, brick, brick. Apparently living in London makes her addiction worse.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
But they end the article, which is very confusing to me, because it says, also featured is 29-year-old Carolyn from Liverpool, who has spent 26,000 euro making herself look like Pamela Anderson and has dubbed herself as the Seuss Pammy. And apparently Evelyn, who drinks air freshener and sprays it in her mouth 50 times a day. It's in the same article. Like,
air freshener?
Yeah, air freshener. She drinks air freshener and sprays it into her mouth 50 times a day.
I'll stick with Busch Light.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, and then somebody married a rice cooker and then divorced it.
Yeah.
This is an Indonesian man who hammers it out as a construction worker by day and moonlights as a viral content creator. This is from thevice.com. And he married this construction worker married a rice cooker. And then he's verified on the Twitter and has a picture of him kissing his rice cooker in a dress, signing the paperwork. Not sure how the rice cooker.
Did you see the quote? One of the tweets there. This marriage had too much pressure to handle. Now, what's funny is this one makes the most. If I were going to go inanimate objects, never bite the hand that feeds you. But I'd say always marry the rice cooker that does.
Yeah,
this will make the most sense to me. It's never going to stop until it breaks, and then obviously you got to bury it and buy a new one.
I mean, then the related article there is a man who married his sex doll.
Of course,
is
it one of the real dolls? Those things are pricey. So
I'm sure it looks more real than a rice cooker and a ghost.
Probably going to burn you less too. 3rd-degree burns.
Did the rice cooker give consent, or was it a mail order
Mail order
situation?
straight from Amazon.
Uh-huh.
Came in the mail. Bam,
I
official.
mean, this is some behind the scene
You
footage.
gotta be kidding me. Jesus,
Of,
the things people will do for attention nowadays.
it's pretty crazy. But then, okay, so we have this, right? This is what I don't get about these articles. You're like, okay, this guy married a rice cooker, and then it shows this
What?
video. It's in the same article. I don't get how they're writing these. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I guess let's just all be thankful that we don't have to marry roller coasters, ghost pirates.
Oh, okay.
rice
So it
cookers.
says this is the first. Apparently, this may be a stunt
Oh,
because it wasn't the first time that his content has gone viral. 6 months ago, he broke the internet over a silly stunt in a Facebook post he wrote about how he fixed nails to the back of a motorcycle to placate his jealous girlfriend, who apparently was not happy with him giving rides to women.
oh, gotcha. That makes more
Thank
sense.
God. Thank God the first time I gave a ride to another woman on my motorcycle, my wife didn't do that, because I would not have fixed that seat and she would have never ridden on the back of that bike again.
Yikes! What? Yeah, UK, Nita, I want you to stay safe over there, right? Don't marry anything weird. And if you
Good
do,
Lord.
I guess we'll obviously support you. And if you need to, live stream it to the family, let us know. I'm sure we could arrange something. I don't know. I just don't get it. There's a couple of other articles, but I just looked at the clock for the first time, and we're almost out of time, which is pretty wild. It just shows how quick it goes. Hopefully, it goes quick for everybody watching it as well as us, because we truly do have a good time. And I don't know if you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about the last couple of minutes. Any rants? Anything about today? Whatever you want.
I myself have not been active like at all this entire past week. My nerve damage, guys, in my left arm has gotten so bad. I don't know if you've noticed or not. Which is why I have been attempting to keep it down, but that every once in a while I'll forget and put something on my left side. I have started to get tremors.
No shit.
Yeah, from the nerve damage. And that crazy doctor that I told you was just a hack job of a doctor for workers' comp.
Yep.
Told me that there's nothing left that you can do for me. He was waiting. I'll put you in for a referral to go to ortho. My wife got a call, because even though twice I've gone into the doctor's office and said, hey, you keep calling my wife, you've got the number off by 1. Mine ends in a 1, hers ends in a 0. Change what you have on file for me. They called her again tonight while she was sleeping, waiting to go to work, saying, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow with the same doctor. Even though he said, you will not be returning back here. Did not give me a return appointment slip. They did not ask me, like when I left, I didn't sit with them and schedule an appointment. None of that. They said, oh, you have an appointment with us tomorrow. And the doctor still has not turned in the referral or any of the notes from my appointment with him 2 weeks ago yet. So I've just been sitting here in limbo, getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, it's too big. I mean, then if it gets to a point, if they let it go too much, that sucks, man.
That's what happened with my arm to begin with. With the military, they let it go for. I got that ulnar nerve damage for a year, and they let it go for a year before they finally did surgery. But by then, they said the damage was permanent. They said, "This is my favorite part." Is they said, "Well, if you would have come to us sooner, we could have made this so it wasn't career ending." And I'm like. This is why I have I fight the urge to punch babies on a daily basis.
Unreal, man. Well, yeah, it definitely sucks, and hopefully you get some answers quicker than the time that has already passed. And I know, we've talked, and you're a guy that likes getting out there. You love the new job you had. You don't want to be sitting here, obviously, in pain, let alone just sitting here. And hopefully you can. Hopefully, they can fix you up soon, man. Sucks to see you like that.
Yeah, it's all right. I still got one good arm.
Yeah, true.
Not to mention the fact, self-time is so much easier now. Let it do it. I just let it go on its own. It's like a wind-up toy. I've got no feeling in the hand anymore. So, that's already like doing the stranger without having to sit on it for, 15, 20 minutes. And then now it just moves on. It's just like, this is the greatest thing. Like, let's be honest. Yeah, of course I can't use it to lift stuff, but I mean, I can still use it.
So clearly, Toby is a half glass full kind of guy and not a half glass empty. And
I'm 100% full guy. That glass is full of water and air.
All of it. But yeah, either way, that's the podcast. We got through there. It's Thanksgiving. Thank you guys. Not only you two for showing up. Logan, thank you for being here and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving as well. And all kidding aside, I know he's spending time with family and all that good stuff. So it's Logan. We're allowed to bust on him, and he knows that as well. But yeah, thanks to you guys. Thanks to all you amazing people that are doing that. Nita, you're getting married next year to a live man. So that's I'm glad that you did say that, but
because the questions would have been coming.
Yes, I was already wondering. I had like 7 objects that I was like, could it be this? But either way, we thank you guys so much for all you guys do, and hopefully you guys had a decent day. And again, a happy anniversary to Toby and Angel. Yeah. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Follow these guys on the social medias if you want. If not, we're not the boss of you. And yeah, have a good rest of your night. Have a good weekend. If you guys are bored, Saturday, 3 p.m., come by, say hi. It's going to be a good time. I'm super excited about it. And have a good rest of your Thanksgiving. Remember, tomorrow is Brown Friday, so if you see a plumber out there, make sure you make their day. Say hello to them.
I'm making them a turkey sandwich, leftover turkey and stuffing sandwich.
That's awesome. And what I would love to do is if anybody gets creative with leftovers, because I've been seeing a lot of cool things. If you do something that you just didn't find on the internet, let us know. So next week we can show cool pictures. Tag us on Instagram. Tag me on Instagram. Send it to Logan@beardlaws.com. He doesn't know how to check emails, so don't really send it there. But I want to see how creative you guys can be with some leftovers, whether it's pizza or quesadillas or something cool, something unique. I'm curious about that, and we'll have Brandon do some food reviews and check that out. We'll all check it out. I'm curious about it, but either way, yeah. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. That's all we got for you. All right. Until next time. Bye.